Olivia the princess, who was locked away from complicated machines. Her father, to console her from what happened in the past, gave her a dreamland as birthday gift. She asks Guinevere android how her present is. She replied her question pleasantly and ran and jumps down. Now we can see Princess Guinevere everywhere. She is in the posters, on train, even in claw machines as doll. Two kids hacks the claw machine to take the doll. After several attempts they decided to leave without the doll. Suddenly Princess Guinevere appears in front of them and recognized their names and their place. She caresses Francesca's cheeks. She noticed one of her finger was not working good, so she repaired it in a moment. Guinevere thanked her. After several years, Andrea standing and begging to change for that vending machine, but the shopkeeper refuses to give her any change. Francesca, who was hearing all this, get down from the truck and hacks the machine. Meanwhile, Andrea was arguing with him. Francesca drags her back to the truck. Then she gave her the parts she needed. She knew Francesca stole it from the shop. Before she warns about Reggie, he screams, "Thieves," by pointing them. But they escapes. At home, Andrea was trying to figure out a solution to finish her project, which was literally stressing her out. On the other hand, Francesca repairs some of her gadgets while drinking some soft drinks. After working a bit more, she completed her task. Francesca told her she has a lot to learn from Andrea, and if she learns, she could probably work with her in a lab. Andrea ran to the lab, while Francesca cheered her and also gets back to work at the factory, where she did the major works like repairing machines, carrying the packed goods to the plane, and dumping the factory waste in the ocean. She asked help from Sparky because of the net. He didn't said anything but hummed for what she said. Before she does anything, the magical land with bright light was appeared above her, which made her amused. Sparky shouted at her and asked her to get back to work. She started working again. Sparky instructed her to collect good plastics. The keychain factories are getting desperate, got the materials. At the ship, she was collecting the good plastics from the waste materials, but she saw an eye in between the pile. She takes it out to only finds out that it was Guinevere android. She wanted to fix it, so she could join in the lab with Andrea. Sparky was against her. He knew that selling it is the best idea, so he can earn a lot of money. He asked her to not involve with Dreamland, and those labs are always up to their necks in sick. He also mentions that some of them are also his clients. He promises to give her a share when they scrape her parts. At the castle, one of Olivia's servants showed Guinevere's hair and reports that she managed to make it to surface. Olivia became more sad. She desperately begged them to bring her back so she could fix her. Back at the lab, Andrea throws her project in the dustbin and went back to her hometown. A person made fun of her by calling Crowny and spits on her shoes. She tries to chase him and talk about what just happened, but he started coughing so hard made her feel sympathetic towards him. She left him alone and walks away. Meanwhile, Francesca was watching the old advertisement of Park Planet and Guinevere. She understood that the model she finds out was not matching to any of it showed in the advertisement. Her littler hologram pets tries to make her steal the model from Sparky. When Andrea came back, she was totally zoned out, and explained everything that happened. Audrea, after seeing the model, asked her to bring it to his security. But Fresca really wanted to repair it, despite the fact that they could end up in jail. After all those talk, Andrea agrees on what Francesca needed. They both took it to the lab without knowing Sparky and others were there. He talks to Francesca, and tell her that they could buy a new ship. A fast one for her. Maybe another one. Just like that, he tries to take it back from her, but she wasn't ready to give up. He fights her, but Andrea stood in between. She convinces him, so they could repair it. They made a deal. After repairing her, they'll bring her back to Sparkly. Then he left. They both gets inside to the lower labs. On the way to the elevator, Franklin asks if Andrea really got fired. She tries to cheer her up, but Andrea stops her. Before she says something, Franklin shushed her. Suddenly Guinevere screams. They both ran faster before they get caught, but the big robot saw them and tries to catch them, which eventually fails. Francesca had a hallucination of how Guinevere helped them again. Andrea grabbed and dragged her inside the elevator, but she wanted to help Guinevere. Blood flows from the elevator doors and it slowly opened. Guinevere entered inside with them, reveling the defeat of the big robot. Both Francesca and Andrea were injured. They took Guinevere to the lab and started the machine. Guinevere opens her eyes. Warnings and errors keeps popping up. She saw the little Francesca and Andrea. She greeted both of them happily.